Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for exploring your talents and gifts. In this reading, I am doing another spread for you guys covering an exploration of your talents and gifts. So the spread starts with a card for a talent to develop. Next, we'll look into what a strong personality trait of yours is. Then we're going to look into an activity that will bring inspiration to you. Next, we have an archetype for you to embody. And then finally, a card for a spiritual gift that will help you in this path. I do want you guys to know that I do have a talents and gifts reading available on my website for if you're interested in a personal reading. It is on sale for this week only. My spring sale is still going on, you guys. Everything is on sale through this weekend, and then after that, my next big sale won't be until the end of summer. So check it out, promisedharmony.com/services. If you've been wanting a personal reading or you're interested in coaching or anything like that, on my website, everything is on sale. You'll see that the prices are really fair and affordable, and I'm excited to work with you guys more one-on-one. So you're going to go ahead and choose an object or crystal in order to get your personal spread. Keep in mind this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. There might be parts of it that resonate with you and parts that don't. Only take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, that's all right, no problem. This is just for people who feel like the readings resonate. So number 1 is the Yaman crystal. Number 2 is the sandstone. Number 3 is the purple crystal. And number 4 is the raw quartz crystal. If you choose number 1, we're going to get started. And if you choose any of the other numbers, head to the comments below where my lovely subscribers always post the timestamps for me. Thank you guys for helping me with that. So I love this spread. It is so colorful. I'm excited to get into this. So the first card is a talent to develop. This is a suggestion for you of a talent to develop or perhaps to continue developing. So this is from my artistic gift deck, and this talent for you is an artistic gift of producing. So this is your talent to develop, the talent of being able to produce. So this can include becoming like a project manager or perhaps working towards maybe directing something, like maybe you have a gift with directing plays or directing movies. Maybe you have a gift with working behind the scenes and something like that. Develop your talent of dreaming or scheming or planning or collaborating. Overseeing creative teams can also be part of being a producer. A creative director or an art director falls underneath the gift of producing. Maybe you're really into web or software development. Maybe community development is something that you're interested in. Perhaps you're into the entertainment industry or working as a publisher or an editor. But something that all of these gifts have in common is leadership qualities. So the talent for you that's being suggested to develop could be something on this list. It could just be producing in general, like producing content. Maybe you're really looking into this and thinking like, I do want to develop some type of community. I'm really good at bringing people together. I'm really good at collaborating with others or overseeing creative teams. So you can take whatever resonates from this, but it does seem like the talent that for you is supposed to be developed right now has to do with producing. So next we're going to look into a strong personality trait that has to do with this and will help you with this. So a strong personality trait of yours would be creativity. That's so funny to see that here because we're seeing that you're the kind of person that knows how to come up with so many different types of ideas because that's something that's really integral to being a producer. You have to be able to come up with ideas so that you can delegate to a creative team or so that you can put art together, or so that you can publish, you have to have a strong idea, a strong vision. So for you, you're like a visionary. Your personality is very creative. You might be expressing yourself in many different ways. I feel like a lot of you guys here really like to express yourself the way that you wear, the music that you listen to, like everything you do is very creative. So that's a really strong personality trait of yours, is just creativity in general. Next, we see another strong personality trait of yours is that you don't mind kind of walking your own path, because it's a saying like you march to the beat of your own drum, and you like to walk your own path, and you don't mind if you have to go at it alone. You're just like, I'm going to do this. This is my path. Like, you take the road less traveled. You're kind of a free-spirited type person. So that's a huge personality trait of yours, which I think that does make you a good leader and somebody who's good at like collaborating in a group of creative people, because you feel confident enough to bring up your ideas. You feel confident enough to delegate. You're really sure of yourself. And I see that independence, like you have a very independent spirit, which is a huge part of your personality. So next, we're going to look into an activity that will bring you inspiration. And so branding. So this has to do with coming up with like a logo, or thinking about a color palette, or coming up with like a name for your project, like whether it's a movie or something like that, or a play or a magazine you're creating. It's like coming up with the title of it, coming up with all the little details. So branding, putting it together. Maybe this also has to do with creating like a social media platform for whatever this project is, or for maybe like the business you're starting or something like that. So branding it, thinking of like the aesthetic and the feeling and the words that portray this project or what it is you're working on. So that activity is going to help you find more inspiration, and it's going to help you really connect to the core of your inspiration. So next we have an archetype to embody, and we see the Prince of Swords here. So the Swords energy has a lot to do with air. It's like that Aquarian type of energy. And so this has to do with like mental processes. So the thing about the Prince of Swords is that this archetype is very ingenious, very clever, a very outspoken person who's not afraid to like respond directly or to fight for an idea. So this is somebody who is characterized by movement, responding, taking action. Their words are expressed powerfully. This is somebody who is very articulate with what they want. It's a very active and productive archetype. Somebody who fights for a good idea, somebody who fights for truth, somebody who fights for justice, somebody who is quick to react. And so it's like this really swift energy, like a strong gust of wind. And so that's kind of the archetype that is going to help you. So developing your skills, developing your self-esteem, developing your ingenuity, kind of working to tame your frustration or your defensiveness will help. Cleverness, outspokenness, using your intuition is going to help you. This is the type of archetype that turns their ideas into a reality. So amazing. Now this is the spiritual gift that'll help you move forward. It's so funny. This is so synchronistic. The gift of claircognizance. So this spiritual gift is something you can develop, or maybe some of you guys have this naturally and just need to like tap into it more. This is the gift of clear knowing. So you have the ability to know things without logic or facts. It's like a strong inner knowing. So claircognizance manifests as strong feelings or intuitive thoughts that just pop into your head. So along with claircognizance, you tend to also have leadership qualities because people will come to you in order to help make decisions or to know what to do or know what the right answer is, because you're very self-assured because of this claircognizance. Claircognizance isn't usually a gut feeling. It's not really a feeling. It's more like of a logical type of gift. That's why a lot of people who have the gift of claircognizance mainly, these types of people can be more skeptics about spiritual stuff, because for them, their spiritual gift, their spiritual side, or their psychicness or clairvoyance is more about like just knowing things and like having the right answer and just being able to tap into that quickly through their logic. So this is happening mainly in your head, through your processes, through your logic. And so I think this is talking about being grounded as well, will help you as you move forward. So leadership qualities are very important for you here, and developing this gift of just being able to trust yourself, like know thyself, is going to help you on this journey. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who got the sandstone, let's go ahead and look at this spread for you. Okay, here we go. This is a really pretty spread. I love it. So the first card is a talent for you to develop. Maybe this is something you've been working on or you've been thinking about or you've always had. It's just kind of a message to like work on this. So we're seeing you have a talent with like technology and using new media. So this is like an artistic gift. So this has to do with using technology. It could be talking about collaging video and sound together, like making a YouTube video or making a movie or doing maybe just taking photographs or something like that. It usually is interactive and computer based. So maybe for a couple of you out there, this has to do with like designing apps or technology. Photoshop could be part of this. So there's a lot of you guys out there who might be photographers. This is talking about, this is a talent you have. You might want to develop it, maybe learn Photoshop, maybe learn more computer programs. Maybe it's talking about needing to develop a talent for using like the Adobe suites, like Adobe in InDesign, or using maybe Photoshop, or using some of the 3D graphics type of things, or maybe you do graphic design or something like that. So graphic design, computer graphics could be part of it, animation could be part of this, 3D printing, digital art, internet art. Maybe for some of you guys out there, robotics is part of it. For some of you guys, video games. So this all falls underneath the category of new media. Take whatever resonates from this. Maybe there's just like one or two things on this list that are kind of standing out to you, but that does seem like a talent for you to develop that has to do with like technology and using new media. Okay? So next, here's a strong personality trait that helps you on this path. So what I'm seeing here is part of your personality is the ability for you to reinvent yourself. You're not afraid to like shed your skin and become something new. Maybe in your path you've tried on many different hats. Maybe you look back and you're like, wow, I've been so many different people on my path, and that's okay. I feel like it's actually one of your personality traits that you can reinvent yourself, that you are like a risk taker, and that you're not afraid to learn new things, which is pretty cool because this is technology. To some people, this can be really intimidating. And maybe some of you guys out here are kind of shocked that you got this. Maybe you're kind of stuck on your path or like stuck with your talents and gifts, but maybe implementing technology can help you. Maybe that's why this is coming out. So this is maybe reminding you that you do have the ability to start over, to take risks, to learn new things. Like you kind of soak things up like a sponge. You're a fast learner. That's part of your personality. I also feel like a really good part of your personality that's coming out here is saying, you know, when it's time to let things go, like old methods, old ways of doing things. You are the kind of person that knows how to embrace newness in order to, you know, forward yourself in life, or in order to cope with a changing environment. So it's like you are a risk taker and you are really good at embracing things that are new, and you can recreate yourself. It's beautiful. So next we're looking into an activity that is going to bring you inspiration. So what is an activity you can do that will bring you inspiration? So I see two things here. One of these activities is about allowing yourself to receive like finances and money and like abundance for using your gifts. So this might be talking about an activity of starting some type of side hustle or like a side job, or using like your gifts in order to, and like empowering yourself to make money. Maybe you're really good at Photoshop and you can put yourself up on Fiverr.com and like retouch people's pictures and get better at that, and also charge a small fee. And like maybe it's about taking it to the next level. Maybe you are able to design apps or something, and you can put yourself out there for that. Maybe it's about allowing yourself to photograph somebody's senior portraits or something like that. Like I feel like some of you guys are ready to actually make some money, and maybe you like based off of your gift, but maybe you can start in like a smaller way, like taking a baby step, if that makes sense. So this is saying allowing yourself, like empowering yourself to just be able to create abundance off this gift and putting yourself out there. I also see this is a message, an activity that's going to inspire you, and this is saying love. And so maybe this is saying like allowing yourself to date again or to connect with others is going to help inspire you as well. Like what's more inspiring than love? I think that's actually a really beautiful message. So moving forward in your love life, putting yourself out there, I feel like that's kind of a really cute message about how love can be very inspiring. Connect with people who inspire you to use your gifts. Now, next, we're looking into an archetype to embody that will help you on this path. So we see the Queen of Pentacles, and it's so funny because the Queen of Pentacles does have to do with finances, of course, and work and education. And so it seems like there's a message here to kind of go in a professional direction with this gift or this project. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who does help people who are less fortunate, and is a very nurturing person, is a very healing person. This is also somebody who loves parties and loves gatherings and is a really great patron of the arts and spends a good deal of time like promoting gifted and inspiring artists and musicians and theatrical performances. So this could be telling you to connect with like a network of people so that you can like use these gifts for them. Maybe like as for instance a graphic designer, it's important to connect with other artists out there because they will need somebody to brand their work or to help them with a website or whatever. So this is a message to you to connect with other people, to take up invitations, to go to events, to go to parties or social gatherings. So yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who has a lot of security and who has good fortune, somebody who's very practical, but definitely somebody who promotes others. So this is about collaboration and promoting other people. This type of archetype, this type of energy around you will help you to move forward. Now, finally, we have a spiritual gift that's going to help you to move forward. And this is the gift of clairsentience. So I feel like this is a gift you already know you have. It's like the gift of being an empath. But essentially what clairsentience is it means clear feeling. So you receive messages through your feelings, through your emotions, or through your physical sensations. People who are very clairsentient can actually feel other people's emotions. Sometimes this can cause you to feel drained in public or around people. You gotta keep like your shield up, you know? But you are an empath, an intuitive person, an open heart. So tapping into this can actually help you in this field. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you later. Peace out. So for those of you guys who choose the purple stone, let's go ahead and get your spread. I'm really excited to see what's coming through for you guys in the cards. I love the way this spread looks. It's very colorful. So first we're gonna look into a talent to develop. For some of you guys, this could be something that's already been on your mind or something you've been working towards, but this is a talent for you to develop. So this is the talent of performing arts. So this is like an artistic gift that you have. So the performing arts have to do with using your voice and your body, expressing your emotions and your feelings, and this can happen in a number of ways. Pay attention to see if anything on this list resonates with you, or maybe there's something that's already on your mind when you hear expressing your emotions and feelings using your voice and body. So this can include, but is not limited to, perhaps the theater, music, dance, singing, playing an instrument, performing through like a medium or to a live audience. So this could be performing through like YouTube or internet or, Instagram, social media, having a channel. YouTube's on here, tarot is on here, healing's on here, maybe speaking. Maybe some of you guys are like want to do comedian work. Acting is definitely part of it. Magician's also on here. Maybe creating costumes could also be part of it, or special effects. Makeup is also on this list. Light installations could be part of this. Sound healing, acting or speaking. This could include audio and visual. So this is a talent you should develop. One of these things, or maybe a couple of these things that are standing out to you that has to do with the performing arts. So next we're looking into a strong personality trait that is going to help you with this. So you are a really good teacher. That's a really strong personality trait of yours, is that you have this ability to teach. You have the ability to speak truth into other people's lives. And I also think that if you're a good teacher, you're probably also a really good student. And so this is talking about continuing to educate yourself, or maybe taking classes, or perhaps seeing if you could teach others. Or maybe this is just saying you're really good at getting up in front of people. Since you're a performance artist, it makes sense. You are good at getting up in front of people. It doesn't mean you're not afraid of it or doesn't terrify you, but you can do it, and it does kind of give you a thrill. This is also talking about you have good judgment. That's something else from your personality, is you have good judgment. So let's say you're an actor, and you are going to play a character. You know how to kind of have good judgment to know what mannerisms to use, or to be able to really embody that character. I feel like this good judgment helps when it comes to performance arts, because there's a lot that you have to calculate. For instance, if you're a dancer, you know how far you need to leap, or how far you need to swing your arm over, or whatever. I just feel like this is body awareness, and I think that that's something that's a personality trait of yours, is like you're very aware. So next, we're looking into an activity that will bring you inspiration on this path. I think this is a little bit more introspective than like an activity. I think that this points to doing something that will help kind of ground this energy. So journaling is actually something that's coming up for an activity when I see these cards, because this says this performance arts, or this talent you have, is a huge part of your purpose. It's something that like you really came here to do, and you're currently in a transformation that's taking you to this path of fulfillment. So I think just settling into the fact that this is part of your purpose, and like finding confidence in this path is going to help. And journaling about your experiences, or the things that you want to try, or about what each day is like, tapping into yourself is going to really help. So journaling is actually an activity that will help bring you more inspiration. And I actually think the more that you do this activity, the more that you do your performing arts, the more that you are in your purpose, the more inspiration it brings you naturally. So next we're going to see what archetype you should embody that will help you. And oh my goodness, we have the Queen of Wands. definitely somebody who is a performance artist. This is funny. So the Queen of Wands is somebody who's very self-assured and very charismatic. This is the type of person that knows how to get things done. Somebody who's very social, likes to be around a group of people, somebody who can kind of be the life of the party. And the Queen of Wands is always working on some type of creative project, always fully invested in some type of project, wanting to inspire others. So the Queen of Wands finds some type of situation or some type of cause or creative project that inspires them to act and does want to inspire and illuminate others. The Queen of Wands is someone that people, really respect. It's also a person that has really good business capabilities and is really good with money management. Somebody who, once again, is very inspiring. This archetype can kind of be blunt, but is very energetic champion. So energy, they like to exercise, stay healthy, making use of all their social connections. That's definitely an archetype that will help you on this path, like an archetype to embody. So next we're looking into a spiritual gift that will help you move forward. So this is the gift of clairaudience. So this is the gift of clear hearing. This isn't necessarily like hearing voices. It's more like listening to your intuition. So if you have the gift of clairaudience, you receive intuitive messages through your inner hearing. This can sound like directions like go that way, or stop, or choose that one. It can sound like your own voice. It's basically the voice of your conscience. It's distinguished from your inner dialogue though, so it's your voice of reason. So this is saying listen to your inner voice, listen to your voice of reason on this path. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and we're moving on to number 4. And there's sirens in the background. Wonderful. All right, you guys. So number 4, really excited that you were here to receive this message. I hope it resonates with you. All right. So the first card is a talent to develop. Maybe this is something that you've already been doing or something you've been thinking about or a dream you've always had. It could be something, just a message of reassurance for you. But yeah, let's be open-minded about this. So a talent to develop. So this talent has to do with the visual arts. Now, there are so many different types of visual arts. I'm going to read off some ideas to you that I wrote down, but this does not include all of them. Maybe when I say visual arts, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you're that person that's like always doodling, or you're always playing with your makeup or something like that. So trust, if there's anything on here that jumps out at you that you think is interesting and you'd like to try, you're drawn to, or you've done before, definitely pay attention to that. But this talent to develop has to do with the visual arts. So this includes, but is not limited to, ceramics, drawing, painting, sculpture, printmaking, design, crafts, photography, video, filmmaking, architecture, industrial design, graphic design, fashion design, interior design, decorative art, inventing decorative and useful items, makeup artist, hairstylist, computer art, interactive art, comics, collage, crowdsourcing creative work like curating artwork, environmental art, comics, graffiti art, mixed media, installation art, landscape art, woodcrafts, or set design. So if anything on there is standing out to you, then, or maybe 1 or 2 things on here, that is definitely a talent to develop. If none of that resonated, maybe just tap into yourself for a little while, or kind of get some materials and start messing around, because it does seem like the talent for you to develop has something to do with the visual arts. Now next, this is a strong personality trait of yours that will help with this path. And we're seeing the horse. So this card has to do with freedom, it has to do with travel, it has to do with movement. I kind of see like if this is like a personality trait, definitely somebody who's like a free spirit, definitely somebody who's like on the go, who has all these different ideas, who's like always moving their body. Maybe you're the kind of person that just needs to work with your hands because you're always going to find something to tinker with. My partner's kind of like that. He's always making something or using his hands or like, gosh, knitting, sewing, crocheting, drawing, painting, writing music, just everything. It's crazy. Like, you might kind of be like that, where you just want to make things, or your hands are always moving, or you have this kind of fluid, free spirit type energy. So yeah, you're definitely a free spirit. You're definitely like an artist by nature. And that's a strong personality trait of yours, that you always kind of have to be moving, or you always have to be making something. You have this desire to create inside of you, and you always have to be working on something. So next, this is an activity that will bring you inspiration. Now we see the cards reach for the stars and truth here. That's pretty interesting. I think allowing yourself to kind of daydream and think about possibilities is an activity that will actually help you. Maybe just kind of lay on your bed and like look out the window. And what happens sometimes when we're in that space where we're just kind of daydreaming and thinking is our minds sometimes start to worry, and we start to project fear and negativity and anxiousness into our future. So maybe sit down with the intention of thinking about a positive future for yourself, or thinking about like a positive potential for yourself, or allowing yourself to think of something fun or interesting, and just allow yourself to kind of dream and get inspired. Maybe you can even put on some music that will help you. There's definitely a message about listening to inspiring music, and that can kind of give you the bug to create. This is also truth. Maybe through your artwork, you want to convey like a specific type of emotion or a specific feeling, or maybe you want to convey like a certain truth. Like sometimes people do like political art, or they have art that has like a message behind it, or sometimes you just want to portray like a vibe. So this is tapping into your truth, tapping into like what's going on inside of you. So you can even do some meditations that will help inspire you to kind of tap into your emotions or tap into your feelings. So meditation seems to be something that's coming out for you that will help inspire you. And it doesn't even have to be an intentional meditation. You can just kind of stare out the window and kind of daydream. You can allow yourself to think of, even if you're having worries and fears, sometimes that energy can be transmuted into beautiful artwork. Or you can, like I mentioned, maybe think about possibilities for the future and what you really envision your art to be. Now, next, this is an archetype that will help you. So like an archetype to embody as you move forward. And oh my goodness, we have the King of Hearts. This is so perfect. You cannot make this stuff up. So the King of Hearts is literally an artist. This is somebody whose presence inspires confidence. This is somebody who's very gentle and very creative, very considerate, very affectionate. Somebody who's extremely intuitive. I also see like this is somebody who has good manners, and somebody who is always dealing with the arts and humanities, somebody who appreciates all things that are beautiful, somebody who's very sincere. Definitely somebody who is like in the emotional realm, very ruled by emotions. So this is somebody who's very healing. This is somebody who is a ruler of their emotions and seeks to understand their emotions. This person understands their emotions and does not repress them. Remember, as an artist, your emotional side, your sensitivities are a gift that allow you to tap into your artistic abilities. And so this is also somebody who like studies life and maybe even studies philosophy. This is somebody who sees their entire life and lives their entire life as if it is a work of art. So that is an archetype for you to embody as you move forward. And last, we have a spiritual gift that's going to help you along this path. And this is kind of cool because this is the gift of divination. So the spiritual gift of divination is the ability to recognize and see signs and omens. Some people can also translate these signs and omens. Along with this gift comes a really strong connection with nature. You might notice changes in the weather. You might be really light sensitive or very sensitive to your surroundings, like always noticing the tiniest little thing. Like you might be on a walk and all of a sudden you stop in your tracks because you see a bee on the ground and you don't want to step on it. Whereas other people won't even have noticed it and would have just stepped on it. So that's kind of an example of somebody who's sensitive and has this gift of divination. So sometimes people with this gift get numbers like 222, 444, 1111 and are like, yes, this is a message. And other people are just like, what the heck is wrong with you? Sometimes you might have a strange connection with nature where like certain animals will just always come to you. I have this gift, especially with animals, and whenever I go hiking or on a walk somewhere, I just see all these random animals. Some of my friends who spend a lot of time with me are just like excited because they always know they're gonna see like different animals and stuff when they come out with me. It's really funny. And what's pretty cool about this is that there are people out there who have this gift who really have the ability to translate these signs. And so like joannesacredscribes.blogspot.com, I think I said that wrong, but just type in like Joanne Angel Numbers and her site will come up, and she has like transcribed the meaning of like all of the numbers, and it's so interesting, like based off of numerology and meditations and her experience with the numbers. I also love spiritanimals.com, spirit-animals.com. Whoever's writing that site is legit. They like definitely know what's up with the animals, and when I see a certain animal, I will like look it up on that site. And so I think it's important when it comes to divination is like asking yourself like, what does this mean to me? Because it's going to have a different meaning when you see a certain sign, no matter what. But there's pretty cool websites out there that can help if you're stuck. Also, signs can come in so many different ways. Like sometimes it's like a song that comes on the radio at a perfect time. Some people aren't as sensitive to the signs or messages as others. Some people don't really believe in that, and that's fine if you're not really the kind of person that's into that. But maybe signs can also be just like how you feel about something, or like an event that happens in your life that you feel is very significant for you. So it's really how you look at it. But this is saying pay attention to divination or like seeing signs and omens. Also, you can use this in your artwork. Sometimes symbolism is really important in artwork. So maybe seeing symbolism in your own life or looking at things more symbolically and like learning how to see the world that way can help you portray more of that in your artwork if that's something that you're interested in. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Check out my talents and gifts reading if you want to know more about talents and gifts. It's kind of similar to this reading, except it's very in-depth. It's the longest video reading that I offer. It's around 45 minutes long, and we just pull a bunch of cards and kind of look into like what your situation is. I can do it with no information, just like your name, or some people want me to look into a specific type of gift they have, or they want to know how to develop the gift or how to turn it into a career. And so we look into that. So check it out if you're interested, and if not, no worries, because I will have free content on my channel every day. Thank you so much for all of the people who have supported me and purchased readings. It's allowed me to do readings like this for everyone on the channel for free. So thank you so much again to all of my sponsors. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.